Fox Sports.
We are Fox Sports. We are San Diego.
Last night, Eric Stoltz, the crafty left-hander from Indiana, a two-hitter, a complete game, the first of the season for a Padre pitcher in a 2-1 win, and a quick bath before heading on to celebrate and talk with our Kelly Kroll. So here are the standings as we begin play tonight. The Padres have moved within 4 games of the lead. Arizona, of course, on top. San Francisco and Colorado. Giants have lost. Colorado won. They're 2 games ahead of San Diego in the National League West as we welcome you to beautiful Petco Park in downtown San Diego. Game 2 of the 3-game series, the Arizona Diamondbacks and the San Diego Padres. And good evening, everyone, along with Mark Grant and Mr. Padre Tony Gwynn, Dick Enberg. Pleased you've joined us. The Padres, it may not seem much to some of the fans around the country, but a get back to 500 will be significant tonight.
Oh, I think it's huge in myself. It's just they played great here down the last week, and you got to get over 500. You got to get there first. So,
got to tell you a story, Tony. Last night, my wife and son wanted to celebrate Father's Day. Since we're working tomorrow, we went to Little Italy to a restaurant, and she tries to always hide me around the corner so I can't see the TV set. And they were watching the Padre game. I heard a loud noise. I ran into the bar area. Forsythe had just hit that 2-run single. Good to hear the Padre fans, even if they're not here, cheering on the team.
And, he had a great at-bat because Blanks and Venable struck out the at-bat before, so they had the bases loaded, nobody out. 2-2 count. Now he's battling. He's trying to get that sinker elevated so he can get on top of it. He works to count the 3-2, and there it is. He gets the sinker elevated, lines it in the left center field, drives in the only 2 runs of the night. And like the Padres have done all week, somebody has stepped up and gotten a big hit last night. Logan Forsythe.
4 home games, 4 wins, and Forsythe has played in 4 games with 5 RBIs. But the pitching really has been keyed by the man we're going to see tonight.
It's almost like the starters for the San Diego Padres have this sense of urgency to when the bullpen was really taxed. You look over the last 6 start guys, undefeated at 5-0, the stellar ERA at 2.22. What has it been? Each individual starter saying, you know what, I want to go 6, I want to go 7. It's almost like a battle. Who's going to outdo the next guy? Volquez, Cashmere, Stoltz? Who's it going to be? Well, hopefully this carries over tonight for Jason Marquis. He doesn't need to change a thing because I'll tell you what, Eric Stoltz kept him out balanced last night. Hopefully Jason Marquis tonight with that slider and that sinker of his, and there's the proof. It's right there in the pudding. 8-2, 3.5 ERA, just a little bit, but he has 8 consecutive wins, and he is on some type of stretch right now. And what a guy to have on the mound tonight to try to get back to 500 for
and it's the veterans, Eric Stoltz and Marquis, that are leading the way. And, last night's win was complete in many ways. Kelly Kroll will be back with that story. Eric Stoltz, will it be Jason Marquis who makes it 9 wins tonight?
evening, a flashback to last night was owned by this man, Eric Stoltz. A 2-hit complete game performance with 6 assists, mind you, from the infield, which was a club record set by pitcher Randy Jones back in 1979. So much fun to watch for me, so much fun to watch for all of us, I think, and especially the guys in the field who said he certainly made their night easy.
You know, he would laugh every time he got one hit back to him. He'd kind of look over at me like, you want to come stand over here and catch the ball? But, no, I mean, he did a great job fielding his position. Obviously, threw the ball great. He's been doing that for us. And, you know, it's awesome when you can see a guy go, you know, get a finish what he starts.
That is our Geico quote of the game. Eric joked with me afterwards saying the last time he thinks he had 6 assists, definitely a basketball game in high school. So anyway, though, we'll see if Jason Marquis can match that magic tonight and pull off a second win. The Padres and the Diamondbacks, game 2 of the series coming up right after the break. It'll be Dick Enberg and Mark Grant with the call.
Eric Stoltz, in many ways celebrating the 15th anniversary of the 98 National League Championship season with the San Diego Padres. What a night it was. And in tonight's game, we're participating in the Home Run Challenge. Every home run in the game tonight, every one will raise $12,500 for prostate cancer research. You can make a pledge by going online to homerunchallenge.org. Jason Marquis has completed his warm-up tosses. And we're set to go on a beautiful baseball night here in San Diego. Gerardo Parra, having a terrific season at .321, will lead it off for Arizona. First 3 hitters in the lineup for Marquis to face, all hitting .300 for Arizona: Parra, Gregorius, and Goldschmidt. Plate umpire Todd Titchener says play, and here we go. First pitch in there, just where Marquis wants him, at the knees.
And at 7:10, Professor, I want to welcome you back. Back in the saddle.
Thank you.
It's good to have you back.
It's good to be back. I was watching the action from afar. Even in Orlando, I was up at 1 in the morning checking on the Padres. 1 strike pitch. Low and away, 1-1. Parra, with his manager back in the saddle after sitting out last night, the 1-game suspension for the baseball brawl, and Los Angeles. So Kirk Gibson pushing the buttons tonight. A high fly ball into right center field. A long run for Denorfia and Blanks. They almost collide as the ball goes into the glove of Chris Denorfia. Boy, he had to hustle to get into the gap to take that one away. Let's take a look at the Diamondbacks lineup, brought to you by Hyundai. Parra, Gregorius, Goldschmidt all hitting 300. Montero, he's been slumping, but of late has been making good contact. Veteran Cody Ross is 6th. Jason Kubel in left. Martin Prado bats 7th. Cliff Pennington, the second baseman, and Wade Miley, the pitcher. Aaron Hill, the regular second baseman, about to come off the DL. They've missed him with a broken left hand. Gregorius, young shortstop, hitting .301, as you can see. 4 home runs. Good-looking young talent. Just off the edge, 2-0. Lifted off the left field line. Room perhaps for Forsythe right on the line. It was a fair ball. Forsythe gets an early chance playing left field tonight as we look at the rest of the Padres defense. Brought to you by Aramco Mortgage. Yes, Forsythe in left. Denorfia in center. Blanks in right. Chase Headley at the hot corner with Cabrera and Siriaco, the newest Padre, just acquired from the Red Sox. Guzman at first. Grandal behind the plate for Jason Marquis. Forsythe in left field because Carlos Quinton late scratch. Goldschmidt takes ball 1.
No, Logan Forsythe was happy to get a ball early in this game. He had a big smile on his face after he caught that ball out in left field.
Seems like to be the common thread also, guys. We've talked about it quite a bit, how many certain players you can plug into different positions.
No word on the exact injury or ailment of Quinton, but we do know it's not serious and is available as a pinch hitter. Goldschmidt, 15 homers and 59 runs batted in, drawing the praise of manager Bud Black. Takes a strike, 2-1. You like this young first baseman, Tony?
I do, and I think the progression that he has made. When he first came up, he didn't hit with a lot of power, and people were kind of concerned because he's a pretty big guy. But as he's gained experience now, he's starting to shoot the ball the other way with some power. You see he's very productive, 15 home runs, almost 60 RBI. So that natural progression, that's what you want your young hitters to do, is progress, and that's where he is right now. He's an all-star right now.
Ooh, just a little late getting into that one, and fouls it deep down the right field line. Full count to Goldschmidt, who's only 25 and broke in last year as a legitimate scare in the middle of the lineup. A .286 hitter last year with 20 homers and 82 runs batted in. He's followed up on last season's success even better this year. Just outside, and he walks more than any D-back. That's his 33rd free ticket.
And our scouting report on veteran right-hander Jason Marquis, brought to you by Jaguar of San Diego. This is funny because I talked to Jason before the game. I said, "What's your plan?" He goes, "He has no plan." I said, "Well, is there anything else you can give me?" He goes, "Well, I'm just going to make it up as I go along." I said, "Okay, can I use that?" He goes, "Do whatever you want." Forget about it. So that's the game plan, the scouting report for Jason Marquis.
No way missed that. Eric Stoltz, a happy spectator after that great effort last night.
That was fun to watch, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Miguel Montero hitting just .215, but in the last couple of weeks he's heated up, a .304 average, getting him above the 200 mark. Always tough against the Padres. He has just 3 home runs so far this year.
You see by our Fox Tracks, brought to you by our good friends at Southland Technology. Montero had a little bit of a gripe there.
Off speed, 1-1.
Going to have to keep an eye on the off-speed stuff from Marquis tonight. He throws both a change-up and a split finger. I think the change-up is going to be earlier in the count. The split finger is probably going to be to put him away, swinging. Guzman having a little chat over there at first base, from first base with Jason.
Maybe talking about Goldschmidt. He surprises a lot of pitchers with his speed. He's stolen 6 bases. leads the team.
Yeah, that's exactly what he was talking to him about, because Goldschmidt was over there measuring Marquis, and if you don't pay attention to him, he's going to try to get himself in scoring position.
Especially here with 2 outs, Tony. 1-1 the count. Didn't miss by much. 2-1.
See, that's what we call a walking lead over there. And he's getting off the bag, and unless you make him stop, he's going to keep going. And now you see why he's 6 for 7. And it's real subtle. He just gets to a position right here, and now he'll, as soon as Marquis starts his set, he'll start shuffling. And if you don't stop him.
Uh-oh. Hit well to right field. Deep to right. Back goes Blanks, and that ball is well gone over the jack deck. Montero's 4th home run. Yeah, he loves to see that San Diego uniform. He may not be hitting against other teams, but he continues to punish the Padres. 2-0. Walk and a home run.
Well, Tony, we've talked about getting an elevated pitch, how to hit an elevated sinker. And that looked like a 2-1 elevated sinker out of the hand of Jason Marquis.
Yeah, and that one ran right over the middle of the plate. And Montero didn't miss it. Hits it out and gives the Diamondbacks a 2-0 lead.
So the bases cleaned up on the long home run by Montero. Here's Cody Ross, the right fielder. That's the 14th home run allowed by Jason Marquis.
Yeah, he's really upset with himself.
I was going to say, he's really not happy with himself right now. No.
See him snap at that ball when he got it back?
He's not getting the ball where he wants to get it. Oh, you can hear some.
A little clubhouse meeting with himself. Not happy at all.
Yeah, he didn't get that ball exactly where he wanted it.
Yeah, again, it leaked over the middle of the plate.
Big swing and a miss by Ross.
Early in the game, I'm hearing some fussing down there.
Jason was
Marquis barking a little bit at home plate umpire Teschner back there, and Teschner's barking right back.
Jason said that was a good pitch, and he goes, "No, that ball was outside."
High fly ball, left center. Forsythe, and gives way to Denorfia. And the inning comes to a head. So that isn't a typical good Marquis inning. 3 fly ball outs and 1 fly ball that goes all the way. Baseball brought to you by Petco, where the healthy pets go, and by Farmers Insurance. Contact your local agent at 888-96 Farmers. So the Padres come up in the bottom of the first inning, down 2-0. Rick Renteria, the bench coach, and Bud Black in a heavy conversation here early in the game. And here's the starting lineup brought to you by Toyota. Everett Cabrera, then Chris Denorfia, Chase Headley. Kyle Blanks moved up into the cleanup spot with the scratch of Quinton. Logan Forsythe bats 5th, then Guzman at first base 6th. Yasmani Grandal 7th. The newest Padre, Pedro Siriaco, at second base will bat 8th. He's a right-handed hitter. And then a good bat in the hands of the pitcher, Jason Marquis. May need to help himself tonight. Cabrera takes strike 1. He's really had a good year batting right-handed against left-handed pitching. Cabrera hitting .405.
Well, now offensively, it's time to play catch-up, right? A walk here, a hit there. You never know.
Yep.
Jason Marquis hopefully makes an adjustment. He was definitely mad at himself, so the big key is erase it. Go out there in the second inning and throw up a zero. You can see he's still visibly upset.
I like that.
Yeah. Oh, he's a Bulldog now. We all know that.
You're right. For the Padres offensively, plenty of time to get back in this game. No reason to try to go up there and do too much. Just have a ball in the zone, put a good swing on it.
Tony, there are a lot of times when, and I know it's early in this game, but just generally speaking, hitters go up there and they think they have to do it all themselves, right?
Yep.
And that's when you run into trouble.
Yeah, and that's last night's game's a good example of that. They really didn't get many opportunities until the 6th inning, and they had the bases loaded, and didn't look like they were going to score, but they ended up getting the base hit.
That's too good to take. Strike 3.
Well, here's the scouting report on Wade Miley, the left-hander. Hey, the location recently has been off, although right there to Everett Cabrera was a nice pitch. It needs to slow the pace down at times. He works very quickly, and sometimes that can work against him. I think it might be a case also, Tony and Dick, to you get a pitch that's up, whether it's off speed or maybe that fastball of his, go to Hackett, crush that mistake.
Chris Denorfia, just as Montero hits well against Padre pitching, the reverse of that is Denorfia when he sees that Arizona uniform. He's hitting .364 in the last 16 games against the Diamondbacks, and overall has been the Padres' best batting average against lefties.
You were kidding. Boy, Miley likes to work quick.
Pulled to third. Prado across. 2 away. The D-backs defense is brought to you by Hyundai with Kubel, Parra, and Ross left to right in the outfield. Prado, Gregorius on the left side of the infield. Pennington and Goldschmidt at second and first, with Montero handling the offerings of 26-year-old Wade Miley from Longer, Louisiana, in southeast Louisiana State. Chase Headley. We're not going to use the D word tonight when Headley's up there. Do. Oh, we did already. 2-0. And 3-0. Well, in past seasons, Headley has been the walking man, leading the team in bases on balls. Not this year. Cabrera has that honor thus far. And that's strike 1 just on the corner. Kyle Blanks would be next. Right center field, but plenty of room out there, and Cody Ross makes the catch, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Wade Miley. D-backs lead 2-0. Diamondbacks catcher in the top of the first, and out of the second, Kubel, Prado, and Pennington against Jason Marquis.
Okay, time for Jason Marquis to count to 10, right?
I think he's done that when he was on the bench.
Kubel, the power hitting left-handed swinger, has 4 home runs this year. Way outside, 2-0. Staggered off the rubber on that delivery.
Well, Jason's mentioned it before. It's all about a feel. It doesn't really, he doesn't concentrate on his hand coming out of the glove. It doesn't worry about where his arm is in the slot, the release point. It's all about a feel. And he just doesn't have that feel now, going 3-0 to Kubel.
Against San Diego in just 4 games, mind you, but 1 for 13. Kubel works the count 3-0. That's the spot. th Major League season for Jason Marquis out of Staten Island, New York. And he walks him. Lead off walk to Kubel.
Well, Dick, summer's a lot of fun, don't you think?
Looks great. And here we are.
You want to have more fun right here at Petco Park. Your Padres have added great new promotions to make this summer more fun, including Taco Tuesdays.
I love the alliteration.
Yeah, Kids Fest at the park, Padres fedoras, and much, much more. Padre games are the place for fun this summer. Visit Padres.com/summerfun or get on the horn. Call 619-795-5555 for all the details. Get in on the action.
Martin Prado steps in. So the first walk came back to bite Marquis as Goldschmidt walked in front of Montero's home run, and now never a good sign. A leadoff walk to start this second inning. Steady veteran Martin Prado. He does have a share of the lead in grounding into double plays on the Arizona team, but this one won't be a double play. That's a long drive left center. Denorfia tracks it down. All the way to second base was Kubel. He hustles back to first. Denorfia showing he can cover that big pasture out in center.
He got a great jump on this ball. Prado put a charge into this ball in the left center field, and look at this ground. Denorfia's got to cover. Quick look at the wall, tracks it down.
Put it in the bank, Tony.
Beautiful play.
There's the evidence. U.S. Bank. Cliff Pennington, switch hitting infielder. Much better average, much better hitting left-handed. 293, only 143 right-handed. 150-point difference.
Well, Dick, you made reference to it after the first inning. Jason Marquis, a lot of fly balls, right? Doesn't really have that sinker slider working right now to induce some grounders. Hey, this would be a great place to start it off right here, huh? With a good sinker or slider to get a ground ball and possibly get 2.
4 outs, all 4 in the outfield, 3 by Denorfia.
I think the Diamondbacks see that Marquis struggling with his command right now. You get a sinker baller who's kind of struggling with his command, like we talked about last night off Cahill. You want to try to get a ball elevating. You want to try to get a ball up.
5th 2-0 count already.
The numbers are kind of mystifying for Jason Marquis here at home at Petco. 49 and a third innings pitched, 31 walks. He struck out 33, but opponent's hitting 232 off the right-hander.
Well, that's a lot of walks, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Sure is.
And 2 tonight. 2-2 the count. Well, this is the big golf weekend. The third major, the U.S. Open, played at Marion in Philadelphia. And San Diego's Phil Mickelson is in the lead going into the final round tomorrow. The only player under par. Man, is that a tough golf course. 1 under for Mickelson, and tomorrow he'll try to win the U.S. Open on his 43rd birthday.
Oh, good luck, lefty, huh? Awesome.
This is the one championship he hadn't won.
That's right.
The Open.
They're really cheering for him. Obviously the fan favorite. That one pulled to right, and back goes Blanks. Way back. And against the wall, he makes the catch. Marquis wearing out his outfield.
That's a nice play by Blanks. Bennington put a good swing on this ball, but he's kind of a sinker. He kind of catches it out in front, but again, it's kind of elevated and in the air. And Blanks does a nice job of tracking this ball down, crashing into the wall, getting it back in.
Thank goodness there's some give there, huh? Off against that auxiliary scoreboard there. I feel sorry for the scoreboard.
Put it through a few glitches in it, didn't he, when that 260 pounds hit that wall? He almost ran head first into it. A daring catch and a needed one by Blanks, who continues to impress no matter where you put him defensively. Wade Miley, a good hitting pitcher. He has a home run this year, and he bounces this, finally a ground ball. And Siriaco has his first assist as a Padre. No damage after the leadoff walk.
Tonight, the Padres will hit the 500 mark for the first time since April of 2011. But according to Chase Headley, there's a bigger picture.
It's a starting point. I think, it's really not as significant to us as it is to, some people on the outside because, our goal never was to be a 500 team. Our goal is to go out and, compete for a division, hopefully win a division title and get a chance to play in the playoffs. So, it's a nice mark considering where we started, but regardless of what happens, we're not satisfied. If we get to 500, we got to keep going.
And Kyle Blank's first ball hunting lines to right field, and that's actually a good analysis by Headley. It's just another game. They want to get to 500. I think it's more important for us fans to say, okay, finally at that 500 mark, and you don't lose any. Well, you gain a game on Arizona. You're only 3 games out of first place. Now, That sounds pretty sweet.
Yeah, and that's, as a player, that's what you're looking at. You're looking at how many games behind are you. They've played really good baseball here the last few days. You just want to continue that, but as far as records are concerned, not a big deal to the players, but to us, to me, it's a big deal getting to 500.
Logan Forsythe replacing Ched Jerko. Jerko on the 15-day DL and has contributed immediately. 4 games, 5 RBIs. The winning hit, 2-run single last night. Ground ball to short. Gregorius has a little trouble, but that big arm saves him. 5 up, 5 down for Wade Miley. Let's go back 2 years plus to that April 10th lineup when the Padres were 4-4 the last time at 500. Look at the names: Orlando Hudson, Jorge Cantu, Brad Hopp, Ludwig, Eric Patterson, Alberto Gonzalez, the only 2 players still on the Padre roster, Will Venable and Nick Hundley.
Wow, that's unbelievable, isn't it? The turnover. You know, there's a positive, negative thought. Bob Brenly, the color analyst for the Diamondbacks, brought this up to me. I'm not smart enough to think of this on my own, but it's worth mentioning this Padre team. And Tony, I'd like your input on this. Starting on May 24th this year to July 14th, Padres, 50 games in 52 days. Bob Brenly brought that to my attention before the game, and we took a look at the schedule. Good thing, bad thing? I mean, momentum, you want to keep playing. Bad thing, fatigue.
Yeah, and especially when you had a stretch like they had where they were going through the bullpen, and you're playing every day. You don't have that off day. And so, you know, it works both ways.
That's an unbelievable string.
Well, and you think about the fatigue of the bullpen. 2 walk-off wins in Colorado.
Yep.
Padres would be 8 wins in a row right now.
Yeah.
And they'd be just hovering right at first place. Strike 3 called. Second strikeout for Wade Miley. Both caught looking. He's retired the side in order in the first and now again in the second.
Twitter poll, which Padres starter has impressed you the most? Use the hashtag on Twitter. Cashner, wow. Stoltz, wow. Marquis, wow. We'll check later in the game for the results. Hey, in an argument for each of those starters, right, guys?
Yep.
So join in on Twitter, and thanks for playing.
Hey, tip of the cap to all 3 of those men.
Yes, sir.
Marquis into the third, trailing 2-0. Has allowed just 1 hit, but that was the big home run. Montero, a 2-run shot over the jack deck and right. Parra, fly to center. You should see, looking for a base hit to extend his hitting streak to 10. I've always liked this outfielder. He's a pesky hitter. He hits around 300. He's got a great arm.
Yes, he does.
And every year he comes out of spring training as their 4th outfielder.
Yeah. Well, you know, they traded Chris Young during the offseason.
And Upton.
That kind of opened the door for him.
Siriaco takes care of his ground ball, 1 away. Well, a good sign. The last 2 outs have been ground ball outs. Somebody having a good chuckle. Usually it's Edinson Volquez. Yep, that's Eddie there on the right.
And Cameron Maven wearing the hoodie tonight, having some laughs with Edinson.
Volquez will open the San Francisco Giants series up in the Bay Area. They'll start Monday night, Tuesday night, and Wednesday afternoon against the Giants. Didi Gregorius fly to left his first at bat. Breaking ball strike.
Hey, future big leaguer. He's ready for a foul ball coming his way. That glove's tasting pretty good as well.
Yeah, look at the eyes. He's right on it. Another fly to left. This is a tougher chance for Forsythe. A tough run.
Oh!
And he makes the catch. Oh, my. He rounded off his move, but once he had a beeline on the ball, he was able to outrun it right to the dirt track for the out.
See that first move to the ball. Kind of got him on the right track, and he probably could have caught that ball standing up, but he wasn't going to take a chance. Lays out, makes the play.
And Tony, as an outfielder with the left-handed hit Gregorius, you have to know that ball's going to be slicing. Yeah. So you have to really get on your horse to get to that baseball before it slices away from you.
Well, again, you hope that Logan Forsythe had been told that, and I'm sure he was. Left-hand hitters, that ball's going to slice towards the line, and I think that's why you saw the route that he took.
Goldschmidt, he walked and scored on Montero's home run in the first. 1-1. Montero into the on-deck circle. One and two. Well, this series will conclude a 6-game homestand against 2 division leaders. They swept Atlanta, and now it's Arizona. Well, these 4 wins have been big wins against tough teams. Ground ball right side. And another chance for Siriaco, and a 1-2-3 inning for Jason Marquis. Coming up, Grandal, Marquis, and Cabrera as Logan Forsythe continues to contribute.
And Logan Forsythe in his 5th game back, continuing to make such an impact here for the Padres. It was Monday night, the home run. Afterwards, Will Venable says, he just brings that energy. And I said, elaborate on that. What do you mean by that? And he goes, let me put it this way. It hasn't caught on yet, but we nickname him the Wolverine because, first of all, he's got really hairy forearms. But more importantly, that intensity when he has to make a catch like he did in the last inning, or he has to come up with that big hit, you see that intensity just start to come out of him like it does in the Wolverine movie. And so I thought that was so awesome. And that, Mud, I think you and Dick could make that nickname catch on, don't you think? If you just start using it?
I think so. And correct me if I'm wrong, Kelly, but I think he also wears a Wolverine T-shirt around the clubhouse.
Forums
I
like
think that
Harry.
does come out. Every once in a while, he puts that on. And now we get it. Now we know why.
Yeah, those Wolverines, they're like badgers. They're tough. I think they're extinct, though. We don't want that to happen.
Especially here in San Diego. We want our Wolverine to stick around for a while.
Yasmani Grandal hitting just 178. He's about due to get that bat cooking, which reminds me of a former Padre catcher, John Baker, popular catcher of the Padres down in Tucson. The Dodgers, heaven forbid, have claimed him, and he joins the Dodger family. They've sent him immediately to Albuquerque as insurance catching. And Grandal, a leadoff walk, and the Padres have their first base runner. And we see Pedro Ciriaco for the first time, acquired yesterday from the Red Sox for a player to be named later. He's 27 from the Dominican Republic. 28 games with Boston, hit just .216, but in 5 major league seasons, being used briefly, has averaged .287. So he's apparently a pretty good contact hitter.
He does a good job putting the bat on the ball.
Yeah, he's got a good set of skills. The Red Sox kind of put him at some games at first base. But that's another great thing, guys. Second base, shortstop, third base, put him in the outfield, first base. Good guy to have on the roster. Plus arm.
And signed by the D-backs originally as a free agent 10 years ago.
And he loves hitting the fastball. Good fastball hitter.
Padres trying to stir up something here in the third. Finally with a base runner. And a ground ball, 1 hop. That's a double play made to order. And a 5-4-3 twin killing it is. One convenient hop to third baseman Prado, and all the rest was easy. Just a couple of throws. And here's Marquis, the pitcher. Well, Wade Miley last year, remember, a fantastic rookie year, won 16 games, made the All-Star team. He was second to Bryce Harper in the voting for Rookie of the Year in the National League. Harper barely voted him 112 to 105. But this year, for whatever reason, he's 4-5 and an ERA of almost 5. He lost to the Padres 7-6 back in early May. Oh, look at that smile. And Marquis is caught looking. So 3 strikeouts, all 3 looking. 2-0 D-backs. Hit game for both sides. The one was a home run, Miguel Montero's 4th of the year. Let's go to tonight's cold hard fact, brought to you by Frost Brewed Coors Light. Padres 15-10 in one-run games this season, 25 one-run decisions. That's more than any other National League team. And a good record, 15 victories in one-run games, including in this home stand, 3 of the 4 wins by 1 run.
Yeah, that's a testament to the bullpen, don't you think?
Yeah. And the start. I mean,
and the starters,
the last three games. Tremendous.
Montero had not hit a home run in 5 weeks. His last home run was May 10th, and here on June 15th, he hits another. And it was crushed.
Well, it was a sinker that didn't sink, and he wanted to get it. You know, Tony, I think looking at the way that Grandal was set up, he wanted to throw that two-seamer to straighten him up a little bit and then hit that inside corner.
Yep, and it leaked back over the middle.
1-1 to the Arizona catcher, followed by Ross and Kubel here in the top of the fourth.
You know, I think that's the most disgusted that I've seen Jason Marquis this year. Don't you think, Dick?
Maybe in 2 years.
Yeah.
Working the outside edge, but off the mark, 2-1.
Yeah, as a pitcher, I'm sure, you know, you kind of feel when you got that rhythm, when you can, you know, locate the ball where you need to. And early on, he just had a whole lot of trouble finding the strike zone.
Case in point, Eric Stoltz last night. He got into that rhythm and mentioned the fact that he just was on a cloud, just everything working.
He was so calm last night,
yeah,
and poised on the mound, even at that little bit of trouble in the first inning. You know, the leadoff double that ended up scoring. But he was a cool cucumber out there last night.
And you know what? The only walk was, you know, we talked about it. I think he pitched around Goldschmidt. He really didn't want to give him anything to hit. And, you know, he got out of the first inning, and from there, you know, he didn't get another hit until the ninth inning.
Full count now, working on Montero. Smothered. This, Mark Grant, maybe you could help us to appreciate it, but Jason Marquis at times will go into the stretch still shaking off the catcher.
Hey, I'm confused as you guys are. We've seen it a couple times. I don't know whether he's trying to disrupt the hitter, thinking, what in the heck is he doing out there?
So what did Grandal must just say, okay, whatever you're going to throw, I'm ready for anything. Three and two. And he lost him. Second time he's walked the leadoff man. 3 walks now for Marquis. That brings up Cody Ross, who flied to center field his first time.
Buddy doing a little magic trick with the baseball there.
You have bases on balls, and you have balls on the base of the dugout there, and that usually a sign the manager is not too pleased. Inside. Well, the Padres on a nice little run here at Petco Park in the last 26 games, 19-7, home cooking. The Padre fans being part of that. They're 45-25 the last 70 games here at home, so playing to the advantage. There's a strike. You know, it annoys me when I go into a restaurant or a public place and there are TVs on, and the Padre game isn't one of them. I understand there's a problem there in some areas, but, you know, even where it might be available. Of course, I always ask for that. But last night in the restaurant in Little Italy, only one TV, and it was playing the Padre game. And that brought a smile. I'll go back there. Ground ball to second, and they turn to Cabrera. Not in time. He was. See, there's the difference. First time these two have really worked together in a game, and so the rhythm, the whole articulation between shortstop, second baseman, and Cabrera didn't get the ball where he thought he would or when he thought he would.
Yeah, and you know, Siriaco, usually when he was playing in Boston, he was playing third base. So, you know, now he's at second base. And you're right, it takes a little while to kind of get that rhythm of the shortstop and the second baseman. And honestly, I don't think that ball was hit hard enough to turn to anyway. But
it looked like Cabrera almost overran the bag at second base.
He knew that if he was going to have a chance, he had to hurry up and get the ball.
So 1 out, safe on the fielder's choice is Ross with Montero erased, and here's Kubel. He walked the first time. There's a strike. So we mentioned in the pregame show. So we celebrated Father's Day last night since Mel Proctor joined you folks, and what a nice job everyone did. It was really a fun one. I got home in time to watch the replay. But when the game was live in this restaurant. 1 strike now. Kubel. Lined into left field, just out of the reach of Cabrera. That'll move Ross up to second base. Kubel with the second hit of the game. And with one out, the D-backs threaten, and Martin Prado comes up. So just to finish the story quickly, whenever we go to a restaurant, my wife knows me too well. She tries to put me in a position behind a wall away from the TV so that I won't sneak looks. You know, I don't follow the conversation real well when I'm looking with one eye at the TV set. So I couldn't see the set from my angle in the restaurant, but I heard a roar. And I went out to see, and Logan Forsythe has just hit a 2-run save. So what I liked about it was, one, the game was on, and two, there were a lot of fans watching it and cheering the Padres.
Yeah, nice. Pasta and Padres, can't beat it.
No.
Don't forget the cannolis.
You better copyright that, Pasta and Padres. Maybe you can't slurp it. You know, that's what I love about pasta. Prado. Good catch made by Denorfia in center field to deny him in the second inning. Rondell out to talk with Marquis. He hasn't thrown many first pitch strikes tonight. 8 out of 16.
Here during this run, that's what the Padre pitchers have done a great job of, is throwing strike one.
Good to have you back, Tony.
It's good to be back.
Yeah, we missed you the first couple of months.
It's been, well, we were a little busy. Got to get to a regional, Dick, and that was fun. But, I always love coming back and doing Padre games.
That's a strike to Prado. Well, your Aztecs, they seem to finish with a flourish, and it looks like you're going to have a lot of boys back next year.
Yeah,
right?
we're going to be in good shape next year. And unfortunately, it's a long wait till next college season.
Yeah.
But, we're going to be pretty good. We're going to be in pretty good shape.
2 on, 1 out. Prado takes 2 and 1.
Tony, what will be your strength next year? Is it too early?
I think pitching.
Really?
We pitched and played defense real well all year long. And, I thought we would hit better than we did, but I think we'll hit better next year. And so, with a lot of guys coming back, you feel pretty good about where you're going to be.
Prado checks, and it's 3 and 1. So Marquis worked his way into trouble again. A walk and a single.
You know what? That pitch, guys, I believe it was a strike because I think the way it was handled, you take a look at pitch tracks, Grandal was set up away, and the kind of way he handled that didn't get called.
Yep, that was on the knees at the corner, but that one's way outside, and the bases are loaded. 4 walks for Marquis in 3 1/3 innings. And that moves Kubel to second, Ross over to third, brings up Cliff Pennington. Pennington shot one deep to right field, and Kyle Blanks, racing back on the warning path, collected it just before slamming into the wall.
Yeah, I know we've mentioned it numerous times. If there's ever a time Jason Marquis needed that one pitch to get that grounder, it is right here after backing himself up against the wall.
2 walks and a single load him up. Well, they only can get the force there, and a run scores. It's 3-0. So, in essence, the run that just scored was the leadoff walk, and give Pennington his 14th RBI and the fielder's choice.
Yeah, that was too good a pitch. Got it right off the end, broke his bat. Wasn't hit hard enough to get to.
Isn't it funny as a pitcher, you're like, you don't want him to hit the ball hard, but there are some cases where you'd wish.
You need him to.
Yeah,
Exactly.
So the Diamondbacks pretty efficient. They have only 2 hits in the game, and have scored 3 runs.
Good old-fashioned 2-seamer away. That might have even broken his bat.
It did.
So Marquis penalized for his wildness as Wiley steps in. He's walked 4, and 2 of those walks have become runs. He takes good hacks.
Yeah.
Two for 22 this year. with a home run, one of the 2 hits. First and third, 2 outs, a run home. 3-0 Arizona here in the top of the 4th. Cabrera across to first for the out. A run on a hit, 2 left, 3-0. And Montero, the catcher of the D-backs, hitting his 4th home run of the year. 2-0 in the first for Arizona. And then the Padres defense, the 3 outfielders, each making a terrific play. DeNorfia first, then Blanks challenging the wall. Forsythe skidding and diving for a catch, saving Marquis further trouble. But Marquis' wildness has led to 2 of the 3 runs and a 3-0 lead as we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Wade Miley yet to allow a base hit. There's Jason Lewis, our producer's family. I'm getting daughter all spruced up for Father's Day tomorrow. Got the Bob Uecker seats, I guess. Cabrera leads off the 4th and takes ball 1.
Hey, was that one of their friends in a Diamondbacks jersey? We need to change that.
Yeah, I think that is correct. They're not going to claim him as a fan. He snuck into the picture.
That kid right there needs to get a Padre jersey.
He's a problem in the whole neighborhood, actually. Yeah, they can strut a little now. His team's ahead 3-0, but let's see.
Let's have the same discussion out there before the instructional today. We had a lot of Diamondback fans.
Line drive base hit. That's the first Padre hit, a solid single off the bat of Everett Cabrera. That will ignite a big 4th inning for San Diego as DeNorfia is next in turn.
Talk about not trying to do too much. There it is. Fastball away. Backs it up. Lines it in the right center.
Yeah, Miley's done a nice job so far tonight of keeping the ball down the zone. That's the adjustment that he has made, because prior to this game, location was a big factor. When he's missing down. And that was nice hitting by Everett.
And the major league leader with 30 stolen bases is aboard. And Miley having to work from the stretch with the pressure, keeping an eye on Cabrera. DeNorfia bounced to third his first time. Strike. Miley was the 43rd player picked overall 5 years ago in the draft by Arizona, so he was highly regarded out of Southeast Louisiana State. Ooh, he had Cabrera leaning a little bit.
Cabrera's finding out this year is when you become an elite base stealer, you get all the moves. You get the slide step, you get the step off, you get the quick pitch. When you're getting on as often as he's been getting on this year, that's your standard. You know, look to home, go to first.
Full leg kick.
Yep.
Ground ball toward the hole. Off the glove of Gregorius. And on to third goes Cabrera. The throw is to second, and the Padres have runners at the corners. Cabrera aggressively making a move to third. I don't think Gregorius thought he was going to third. He might have had a play there. Elected to go back to second.
Yeah, I thought he made the right play. I mean, this ball kind of eats him up on the backhand. And once he starts to run for it, there's no way he's going to plant and throw Cabrera out at third base. And this is good base running by Everth Cabrera. With him sliding into third base. Gregorius made a smart play going to second, keep them double play in order. But you got to give Cabrera credit for picking up that extra 90 feet.
A rare error by the Arizona Diamondbacks. They're best in the National League. A big swing and a miss by Headley at a changeup. That's only their 28th error. Padres aren't far behind. They've committed only 31 all season. So infield back. They'll trade a double play chance for a run. Headley out in front of another changeup. Headley's had a lot of chances the last couple of weeks in situations like this. A man at third and less than 2 outs. Having trouble getting that man in. Fly to right his first time. 2 changeups. Now what?
Why not another one? Bounce it.
Line drive up the middle. Base hit. Cabrera will score. It was another changeup, but Headley ready for that. It's 3-1 as Cabrera comes home. Still no one out.
Wade Miley thought the same thing. 2 bad swings on the changeup. He came back with it again, and this time out over the plate. Chase Headley stays on it, gets it right back up the middle. Nice piece of hitting right there. Away from Gregorius at shortstop. And you keep the inning, keep the line moving.
Still no one out. Headley at first. At second is Denorfia. Kyle Blanks hitting cleanup tonight. Lined out to right his first time. Against left-handed pitching, Kyle, 327, 4 of his 6 home runs. Will he come back with another changeup after 3 in a row to Headley? No, a fastball low. Denorfia at second, the tying run, Headley at first. 3-1 Arizona, last of the 4th. Padres' first skirmish offensively of the game. 2-0. Check that. 1-1 now.
What Chase Headley did on that last changeup situation, you don't want to try to do too much here. Miley, first time tonight, he's really been in an extended. The stretch from an extended time.
Boy, if Blanks can drive something to right center field. Looks like he's trying to bury that stuff inside the Blanks. You can see, look at that gap out this way, right there.
They're playing the dead pull hitter. Action pitch, 2-1. 2 on, no one out. Chop toward short. They'll go to second just in time to get Headley, and safe at first is Kyle Blanks. Denorfia moving to third, where the Padres can pick up another run on and out.
See how quick Prado got rid of that ball to second base, that chopper?
He had to.
Yes, he did, and he was very quick to the baseball and flipped throw over to second base for the force out.
Chase Headley was bearing down on second base right there. Prado made a strong throw. He knew he had to hurry.
Yep.
Just gets it in there before Headley gets to second base.
Logan Forsythe, the hero last night, rounded to short his first time. Carlos Quentin, a late scratch, left shoulder soreness. So the Wolverine, Forsythe, moved to left field. Was originally penciled in at second base. Takes down low, 1-0.
Hey, maybe we could contact Joan Embry and have her do an interview with you, Wolverine, here. Maybe at the San Diego Zoo or something.
It's interesting how players come up with the nicknames. I think it's less of the forearms, the hairy forearms, and more of just the tenacious nature of this young man who is a winner. We saw that last year. And he takes 2-0.
No kidding, but we did see that second half of last year. He's a gamer.
Yeah, you see your kids, they may not have the look, may not be the fastest, they may not have the best numbers, but you say, he's the one I want in my lineup.
Yeah.
Showing some versatility, playing some different positions, but.
Ooh, big cut. Another changeup. That seems to be Miley's bread and butter.
Yeah.
Been getting to those hitters' counts. And again, that was a 2-0 changeup that really wasn't a strike.
2-1 now to Forsythe, first and third, one away. That one clips up in the third deck, arms all the way down to the lower tier behind the first base dugout. Where did that one come from?
Raining baseballs.
Right up back of my noggin. 2-2. In the dirt. Almost hit Forsythe.
That's a great block.
Yeah, really was. If you could get Blanks to second base, it changes the whole at bat, really. Trying to bury that cutter down and in.
And another great at bat for Forsythe with a runner in scoring position.
You send the runner at first, Blanks here, Tony?
I would. I feel comfortable knowing that Forsythe has shown that he's pretty good at putting the bat on the ball. He's got to be careful with this left-handed move.
High fly ball, center field, fading back is Parra, tagging, and coming home. Denorfia, it's 3-2.
Again, nice job by Forsythe. Got a pitch out over the plate. Drives in the run. And now you're back in the ball game.
3-2, Arizona's lead chopped from 3-0. And Blanks, who was not running on the play, of course he had to come back to first on the long fly ball. Guzman, the hitter, struck out first time, took a third strike. Ball one. That's an unearned run, and any subsequent runs in this inning by the Padres would be unearned. The error by shortstop Gregorius on Denorfia's ball playing a key role in this Padre inning.
Sharing notes, possibly, huh? About Miley?
Yep.
Certain pitches, certain sequence.
Yeah, Marquis, your teammates have gotten you back in the game. 3-2. 2 gone here in the fourth.
Tony, did Alan Wiggins ever give you any little tidbits? Like, I know he was probably on base quite a bit when he hit, but maybe he would.
Constant in a major league dugout. Guys are talking about pitchers, what he likes to do, what's his changeup do, what's his slider do, and that's a constant. You have to constantly having those conversations down there.
Ground ball by the dive of Goldschmidt into right field. That'll send Blanks on to third, and the Padres' fourth inning continues. Third hit of the inning brings up Yasmani Grandal.
Nice hitting right there. Ball out over the plate, doesn't do it, try to do too much with it, goes with it. I'll reach a Goldschmidt.
It's like Charles Nagy, the pitching coach for the Diamondbacks, having a chat. I mean, and you know what? As a pitching coach, if you're going to go out there and say something, hey, you know what? You got your ground ball. Just didn't happen to find the glove. That ball was elevated a little bit. Guzman did a nice job of staying on top of it rather than hitting a fly ball to right field, putting it on the ground. But another 2-out hit by the Padres.
The inning started with Cabrera's solid single to right. Then DeNorfia safe on the error by shortstop Gregorius. Headley singled in a run to make it 3-1. Blank safe on a fielder's choice, first and third, and Forsythe knocked in the second run with a sacrifice fly, and now Guzman single. Padres at first and third with 2 outs for Grandal. He walked the first time up. Down low with a 91-mile-an-hour fastball.
Really, this inning, Miley's gotten hurt when he's been out over the plate, trying to keep that ball in on right-handers.
Foul back.
Bell taking a shot at right field right there.
2-out hitters for the Padres, third best in the National League, hitting .263. The best of the 2-out hitters is Cabrera, .356. That's the 8th best in the entire major leagues. But he's already done his damage as the leadoff hitter here in the 4th.
That's a great stat.
Yes, it is.
Fouled at the plate.
You know, back in our day, we used to call it 2-out gold. It's gold if you can score with 2 outs, and it doesn't happen very often. And especially these kind of at bats right here, where you got 2 runs in, you're a run away from tying the game. You'll take getting back into the ball game, but let's see Grandal here get a base hit and tie this game up.
Grandal, who showed considerable power last year, but yet to hit a home run so far this season. Inside, 2-2. Long inning for Miley.
Crowd the right-handers.
Breaking ball. Down and in, maybe a slider.
Long drive to left field. He hadn't hit a home run till that one, and it is way back and gone. Touch 'em all, Grandal. The first of the season for Grandal, a 3-run shot. 5-run inning, and when he hits home plate, that is Padre gold.
Trying to crowd the right-hand hitters. This one doesn't get in there enough. And boy, Grandal knew as soon as he hit that ball, it was out. Just a crisp, short stroke right there.
Boy, what a sound.
And again, listen to the roar of the crowd.
So the Padres came into this 4th inning without a base hit, only 1 base runner, and that was a walk. And they've got 5 big ones. A crooked inning. Crooked numbers up there. 5-3 now, San Diego.
Scratching and clawing.
8th man to bat, Pedro Siriaco, newly acquired.
Oh, some good at-bats, patient at-bats. Laying off the bad pitches, letting the pitcher come to them.
I told you, I like that stat. 260, 263. You'll take that with 2 outs.
On the inside corner, 2-2. So Miley, his ERA this year, just under 5. He's allowed 5, but only 1 of the runs earned. Ground ball, shortstop. Gregorius across. His error contributed to the 5-run inning. 4 of the runs unearned, and the Padres on Yasmani Grandal's first home run of the season. A big one, a 3-run shot. San Diego leads by 2. Home run. Fox Sports San Diego presents Padres Baseball, brought to you by Sequan Casino. Real friendly and real close. And by the Aramco Group. Purchase, refinance, reverse. They've measured the home run by Grandal, and to left field, it's one of the longer ones of the last few seasons, 442 feet. That was a Ruthian shot. So Marquis working with the lead for the first time, faces the top of the order, Parra. Parra has flied out and grounded out. 9-game hitting streak for this pesky little left-handed hitter, with Gregorius and Goldschmidt to follow in the 5th. Roll to the right side. Siriaco, one away. Well, time out for the Coors Light Freeze Cam, brought to you by Frost Brewed Coors Light. And the pitch is to Gregorius, and the ball sliced to left, and Forsythe. Oh, put that on your wall. That's 9.7 from the Cuban judge. Here's Didi Gregorius. Flied out twice to left, and that was the catch made by Forsythe off his ball the last time up. 0-1. Started tonight at 301. 0 for 2 has dropped him under the 300 mark. Well, tomorrow, 12:30 for Padres Live. Clayton Richard will be on the mound for the Padres against Ian Kennedy. Up and in Kennedy. Swing and a miss. Tied him up.
Yeah, that's a good pitch right there in on Gregorius' hands.
Kennedy, after the brawl, after he hit 2 Dodgers in the head or face. For Hinsky, he's on a five-day suspension. Hinsky, that seemed unwarranted. But when you hit 2 hitters above the shoulders, then 10 days seems about fair. But he's appealing, which means he can still pitch. So the Padres will see Kennedy tomorrow. He's 3-4. He leads the league in hit batsmen with 8. And he's also allowed 13 home runs. He's not the Kennedy that we've seen in the past, but he's always done well against San Diego.
Well, our producer Jason Lewis has done a little detective work. That's the Spurko family who have a place out there, and they're Diamondback fans. So they want to do everything they can to free Eric Hinsky with the hashtag, using the hashtag. That's brilliant.
Yeah, that's good. Like that.
And 3-2 after he had Gregorius down 2 strikes.
And I'll be honest, like seeing the highlights of that, I didn't see him do anything.
Yeah.
Just trying to break it up, but
he took a lot of punches. Maybe that counts. Maybe they like those boxing judges at ringside. They count every blow. One hop by Guzman for the second out. Off balance, Gregorius. He didn't get the full power behind that soft line drive. So 2 outs to Paul Goldschmidt. The 2 runs, folks, scored against Marquis came in the first inning with 2 outs. He walked Goldschmidt, and Montero hit a home run, his 4th of the year. And the Padres without a hit until the bottom of the 4th, but they put together 5 runs on 4 hits, and a big error by Gregorius to take the lead. All 5 runs were unearned because of the error. The inning would have ended on Forsythe's sacrifice fly, but instead the Padres with a 4-out inning. They do hurt you. Ground ball, shortstop, deep in the hole. Cabrera, he gets him. 1-2-3 for Marquis. Halfway mark in this one. 5-3 Padres. Invite you to be here tomorrow as the Padres honor the children who support our armed forces with Salute to the Military Child presented by Majestic. Enjoy a special pregame ceremony honoring the children of military families before the Padres and Diamondbacks conclude the series at 1:10. Get your tickets tonight at Padres.com or call 619-795-5555. Ground ball into the hole. Long throw by Gregorius. And Marquis' bid for a base hit goes awry. College Baseball World Series underway. And in bracket 1, 2 games today and tonight. Mississippi State with under Renfro, the Padres' #1 pick, defeated Oregon State 5-4. They're in the 9th inning of the second game. Indiana leading Louisville 2-0. Tomorrow in bracket 2, North Carolina State plays Carolina, and UCLA and LSU in the other match.
Always exciting College World Series baseball.
Big crowd in Omaha too. That's a beautiful stadium, that minor league.
Tony, I wish you were there.
One day. One day.
Ground ball into left field for Cabrera. He's 2 for 3.
The short stroke right there.
No, I had a chance to pick him for pick and stick, but I went with Logan Forsythe. Short quick, huh?
Short and quick.
He's really improved in a year,
really
hasn't
has. He really has. And again, it's we have these discussions. It seems like every year these young players are starting to getting some experience, starting to believe in themselves, starting to trust the things that they do.
Denorfia safe on the error in that 4th inning that led to the 5 unearned runs. The capper, the 3-run home run by Grandal. Tony, you talk about the younger players coming aboard. And you look at that lineup, 26 years of age. Cabrera's 26, Blank's 26, Forsythe is 26, Grandal 24. So the younger guys contributing.
Get an opportunity to show their wares.
Left field, and Kubel into the alley to make the catch for the 2nd out. And that'll bring up Headley. Singled in the 1st run in the 4th inning. So Cabrera with 2 hits tonight. That's 81. He leads the team with 81. If he continues at that pace, Tony, he'll be just 7 shy of 200 at the end of the year.
That's what you're shooting for.
Hey, Tony, the most you had is 220 something?
Something, yeah.
Probably the least he had was 227.
And that's what I mean. You know, he's got 30 stolen bases. He's got 81 hits already. And he's shown some patience, and you know, you're going to get opportunities to get on base and make things happen. That's what you want to do in the leadoff spot.
Headley, 1 for 2. Cabrera had a commanding lead, and Miley holding the ball longer, hoping he'd make a move. Headley asked for time. He bluffed going, and Headley takes strike 2.
See what type of adjustment Miley makes here, because he had the 0-2 hit in the 4th inning to drive in a run.
I was going to say, he's been crowding the right-handers all night.
And down he goes swinging. So we've completed 5 at Petco tonight, and the Padres lead the D-backs 5-3.
A look at the results of the AT&T Twitter poll. We posed you this question: which Padres starter has impressed you the most? Congratulations to our pregame interview. Eric Stoltz coming in 59%, guys. Second place, Andrew Kastner, and Jason Marquis with 12%. Stoltz won. Wow, 59%. That's some kind of nuts.
Law of recency.
Yeah, he was impressive last night.
He was indeed. And to think that Marquis and Stoltz, a little over a year ago, they were there for the asking. They were looking for a job.
Yep.
And Josh Burns and his scouting staff, advanced pro scouts, said, hey, they got good stuff yet. Let's take a shot with them. And they've both contributed well. Very well. Montero, the 2-run homer, and he walked the last time.
How about our man director Michael Odino having a shot of that guy in the Bruins sweater, rubbing it in to us Hawk fans.
Final in overtime. 2 games, 2 overtimes in the Stanley Cup Finals. Bruins 2, Blackhawks 1 tonight.
That hurts.
2 strikes to count. Time called by Montero. Middle of the order for the D-backs here in the top of the 6th. A little purpose pitch up high, but Montero wouldn't bite.
Yeah, where Marquise was early in this game when he was really struggling with his command, he seems to be well past that now.
He sure has worked the ground ball.
Yeah, getting the ground ball, changing speeds.
Might be a play here off third. Headley and Cabrera angling toward the box seats. Headley has the first out of the 6th. So the tough Montero fouls out. Here's Cody Ross. 6 in a row now for Marquis, pitching with the lead, 5-3 here in the 6th. Ross fly to center, safe on a fielder's choice in the 4th, and scored the 3rd run for the D-backs. And another fielder's choice ground out by Pennington. You see he's shaking off the catcher, and he's already into his stretch.
Yep.
Went around.
It would have been a double if he'd hit it. Bounce it.
He's shaking him off and fouls it away.
I'm going to have to ask Jason about that. Well, he wants to have a chat with Yasmani. Looks like that guy had a chance at a foul ball, but he missed out.
People around him giving him the business, too.
Yeah, see? You're supposed to catch this thing, not reject it. Swing and a miss, and Marquis has his first strikeout of the game. 2 away here in the 6th, and time for the Saquon Casino Daycation stat of the game. National League leaders, most strikeouts, not a good statistic by your own hitters. And Arizona there just a strikeout away from Atlanta. The Braves have struck out more than any National League team going into play tonight. 2 outs to Kubel, walk and a single. Ball 1.
We saw the Atlanta Braves that last series, and the Arizona Diamondbacks come in. Good pitch there by Marquis to get Ross.
Nice. Fastball strike, 1-1.
Oh, nice.
Breaking ball.
Way out in front. Let's see if we can.
Change it.
Yeah.
Right there.
Man, it almost looked like a knuckleball, didn't it? Hardly any rotation at all. What do you think that is, Tony?
I think that's his changeup. Again, there it is again. You see, when he puts that ball in his glove, sometimes he grabs it.
Almost a split finger grip, isn't it?
Well, yeah, he throws a change and a split.
Yeah.
He'll throw the split to put him away. He'll throw the change earlier in the count. But if he's got a good feel for it, he'll throw the change up as well to try to put him away or get a grounder. There's a split finger grip inside the glove, and then Jason will change accordingly.
Split finger.
Left field, another chance for Forsythe. He's on the run again. Watch out for the wall. It's a foul ball. The way he plays, all out. You got to throw the net around Forsythe when he charges toward that wall.
Hey guys, here's what we're talking about. Look at the grip from Jason Marquis. That's the split finger grip. You see the fingers around the baseball and the tumbling actions. Thanks for rolling it, Robbie. Nice job down there in the truck.
Down there, guys.
Oh, the best.
I thought he turned that over, but nope, it was a split finger.
Bases empty, 2 outs here in the 6th. Swing and a miss, fooled badly. Kubel. Well, it took a while, but then Marquis strikes out 2 in the 6th. Padres leading Wade Miley 5-3. Kyle Blanks, Logan Forsythe, and Jesus Guzman scheduled against the 26-year-old southpaw. Lays off, and the count 1-1. Scored after a fielder's choice the last time. He rips that into the left field corner. And that ball is in the seats for a home run. A laser to left. Blanks touches them all. Number 7.
That ball took no time getting out of here. It was missing. Again, Miley trying to get in on the right-handers. Doesn't get it in there enough. You talk about getting out of here in a hurry.
He picked the shortest part of the yard into that little piece of pie in the left field corner. They all count, and that one was a shot. A line drive that just refused to dip until it was in the seats. 6-3 Padres as Blanks comes through again.
Me, Kyle. Me, strong.
You know, here's that average speed we've been talking about. Home runs when you get that bat speed, contact speed at 100 miles an hour. Be interesting to check that one out. He seemed to make great contact. Oh, 101.5 AM and FM. 6-3.
K. Kyle, the hard hits coming at you.
Looper to right, and it is caught by Cody Ross. Forsythe denied a base hit. Good play by the right fielder. One out to Jesus Guzman. Well, to complete the college World Series action today, Mississippi State 5, Oregon State 4. Indiana shut out Louisville 2-0. So Mississippi State plays Indiana in the winner's bracket, and Oregon State Louisville on Monday. The loser goes home. Guzman has struck out and singled and scored in the 5-run fourth. Grounds this one to the left side, and Gregorius gobbles it up, 2 away.
You know, the one thing I've noticed, guys, about Kyle Blanks, not a lot of trajectory on his home runs. He hits a lot of line drive home runs. I mean, he'll get up under one and, you know, send it up there into the sky. But, man, does that say anything about his swing, Tony? Or, I mean, is there anything you'd say about his swing because of a lot of the line drives? Does the barrel stay in the zone a little?
I don't want to judge right now because I've only seen him the last 3-4 games.
Grandal to right field, and Ross barely had to move. That's the inning. I want to pick up on that subject.
Yeah, we'll get back to that.
Reminds me of the way Hondo used to hit home runs. Let's do this.
Over the Diamondbacks, top of the 7th inning. Mark Sweeney, Mike Pomeranz with you, working on the postgame show right now. A couple of great storylines. Yasmani Grandal, one of them.
Yeah, good to see Yaz going deep, and this was a big one with 2 outs and a 3-run bomb. He looks very comfortable, and when he gets hot, this team is going to be very glad to get his offense.
So we're going to break down what he is doing well tonight, and you're going to hear from the manager, Buddy Black, and a whole lot more when we see after the final out this evening, gentlemen.
All right, Mike. Most interesting game and a fast-paced one it has been as we go to the 7th inning. Jason Marquis has retired the last 8 that he's faced. Prado, Pennington in the pitcher's spot here in the 7th. And a strike 1-1. Kyle Blanks, a couple of runs scored. His 7th home run of the season. Padres with a couple of home runs. Grandal a 3-run shot. That 442-footer. To the upper tier in left field.
Tony, we were talking about Kyle Blanks and the line drives. Do you see anything from that?
The thing that I've noticed this year is that he's not swinging as hard like he did. You know, he would swing and miss a lot earlier, you know, like last year, the year before. This year he seems more under control. He seems more willing to hit the ball wherever. And, you know, this is not that bad a pitch, really. It's down and probably in off the plate, and he just basically gets the barrel to it and drives it right at him.
Ground ball up the middle. Cabrera from the outfield grass gets him by a half step. 9 in a row for Marquis, and after throwing fly balls in the early innings, he's settled into his kind of game, groundouts. 9 in a row, and here's Pennington. Well, I'm going back a long ways here, but some of you fans that'll go back to the 70s, 60s, 50s, Frank Howard, those are the kind of home runs. You know, he'd hit one back through the box, the pitcher would duck, and the ball would go over the center field fence. That kind of low line drive. Roy Sievers, back of the old Washington Senators, he had home runs like that as well. Earlier this year, Tony, you probably saw it on replay, but Lynch hit the most awesome home run of the season that we've seen at Dodger Stadium. Foul ball, and that one gets first base coach Steve Sachs. He must have been watching the hockey game tonight.
I think he thought it was hit harder than it was because he dove. And
Eric Hinsky is on deck. So his fan club will be pleased with that. 0-2. Six to 3, the Padres lead, rallying from a 3-0 deficit tonight.
Early on, when Marquise was really struggling, it didn't look like he was going to get back on track. But the Padre offense put some runs on the board now, have given him a cushion.
3 pitches from the century mark. He likes to complete his own work, and he's very proud of the fact that he can take his starts deep into a game.
We got action out in the Padre bullpen.
Way off the mark, and the count is full to Cliff Pennington. Thatcher and Vincent getting ready.
See how Marquise missed with that last pitch was how he was missing early in the game. You know, just didn't have that feel.
Swing and a miss. Changeup way out in front is Pennington. That's 3 strikeouts in the last 2 innings. Actually 3 in the last 4 batters for Marquis.
Oh, it looked like the old splitty, huh? On the slow-mo, you can see the fingers around the baseball. Talk about making an adjustment. It's a big pitch, big out for Jason Marquis.
And here's Eric Hinsky. He is free. He's out of the dugout, into the batter's box. But he'll have to answer in his appeal the 5-game suspension. And everyone feels, even the Dodgers, that penalty was too harsh for him. Strike 1. Hinsky hitting only 170. He's their primary pinch hitter, 8 for 35, including a home run. 1-1. Officer Hinsky. Ten straight retired by Marquis. And he's ahead on the count, 1-2.
Hey, while I have a chance, a good friend of mine, graduating from Granite Hills High School, Austin Prather. Good kid, biggest Padre fans out there, guys. Loves you, Tony. Loves you, Mr. Enberg. Watches every single night.
Consummate good taste, this young man.
Went out and saw him at Granite Hills the other day. Presented him with a Padres jersey with his name on it. He's a great kid, great family, and he never misses a game.
All right.
So congratulations, Austin. It was good seeing you yesterday.
It's that time of the year, graduation from middle school and high school and colleges and universities. A very proud time for a lot of folks. And another full count. Marquis battling away. One would think this might be his last inning.
4 pitches.
Look at that dugout. My goodness, these young men have to take better care of their environment. Base hit. Hinsky delivers a solid single into right center field. Blanks hustles it in, and that'll bring up the top of the order. Well, the D-backs coming into Petco last night with the lead, and their advantage whittled to 2. San Francisco and Colorado have played their games today. They're 2 back. San Diego with a win can move within 3. Dodgers have won. They would crawl up the ladder to 7.5. And Bud Black with that base hit, and Marquis struggling to throw strikes. A great effort again by the Bulldog. And he's not happy about that. He turns his back to the manager as if to say, oh, come on, you're not really going to take me out. But Black with a good job. Pat on the back and goes to the bullpen. And the fans will salute Jason Marquis, seeking his 9th win of the year, his 8th in a row. If the Padres hold on tonight, 8 straight decisions, 1 when Marquis on the mound. Three hits, 4 walks, 3 runs. 2 of the runs came when men had walked, but he found his groove late.
He most certainly did. It could have gotten real ugly in that first inning, the 2-run shot, and then he found the ground ball, having his infielders work for him, using the grass. And you know what, guys? I really don't think he had his best stuff tonight. He battled like a bulldog. He was out there making good pitches. You know, and I'll be quite honest with you. He only gave up 3 hits.
Yeah.
It seemed like he gave up 10.
Yeah. Didn't it, though, because he was behind so many of the hitters.
So good job, Jason Marquis. Leaves with the lead. He battled with the best of them tonight.
Joe Thatcher comes in and fires a strike to leadoff man Parra. Eric Hinski's pinch single with 2 outs here in the 7th.
2 walks for Joe Thatcher in those 18-plus innings. 16 strikeouts.
Reaching out and clipping that one foul Parra, and Thatcher ahead on the count, 2 strikes. Well, we hope you'll be out tomorrow here at Petco. Final game of the 6-game homestand. Military Sunday, saluting military children. 1 o'clock game time, 12:30 here on Fox Sports San Diego. Hinski with a safe lead at first base. Thatcher in control here with 2 strikes.
Doesn't look like Parra's giving any ground here, even though Thatcher's kind of a 3/4 guy.
Two and 2. Parra flying to center and twice grounding to second. You don't want to put him on and bring the tying run to the plate.
A sneaky peek in there for Thatcher's glove.
Struck him out. 87 on the fastball. Thatcher gets the job done. Lefty against lefty. We go to the stretch half of the 7th at Petco. And good news for Fox Sports San Diego. The Southwest Emmy Awards were announced tonight at a big affair in Las Vegas. And look at that, 5 awards go to the baseball coverage of Fox Sports San Diego. Our live pre- and post-game shows. Battle on the Wood midway pregame show. The basketball game between San Diego State and Syracuse. We were pleased that they acknowledged our cup of coffee programs. Battle on the midway game telecast. And the history of the midway feature. So a wonderful night for all the folks on and behind the cameras at Fox Sports San Diego. Congratulations to all.
Absolutely. A job well done to everybody. Congratulations.
Jeff Pyle, our coordinating producer and the man who pulls all the right moves and punches the right buttons, gets the right people in the right place. He's put together this talent pool, our team. And he should take a big bow tonight, because that's a commendation for his excellent taste and knowledge of good talent. Charles Brewer making his 13th appearance. No, that's his record at Reno, just called up. 3-6 at Reno. Opponents hitting .286 at the AAA farm team of the D-backs.
Brewer, 4-pitch pitcher. Fastball, curveball, change, cutter. Not really overpowering, guys. 89 to 93. A little high on the walk side in the minor leagues. Be nice to add on here for the Padres.
Pedro Siriaco has grounded out twice, once into a double play. This one up the middle. Gregorius near the bag to throw him out.
As a reminder, folks, this copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the San Diego Padres and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and description of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the San Diego Padres. And that is a sweet lid, my friend. Yeah.
You just like hats, don't you?
Love hats. Oh. Hey, Fedora Day's coming here at Petco Park.
Panama variety. Will Venable pinch hits for Joe Thatcher. Takes ball 1. Venable, then Everett Cabrera. Cabrera, the only player on either side with more than one hit. (2-0) to Venable. This is just the second game for Brewer. Worked an inning and 2/3 in his initial action with the D-backs. Gave up 3 hits but no runs.
I talked to Michael Babita. He's head of the marketing and stuff here for promotions and stuff to get the materials. He got me on the field and he said, "Hey, Mud, just want to let you know, Fedora night, we specially ordered one hat a size 8 just for you, so it fit this noggin of mine." So Mike Babita going the extra mile to get a lid to fit this coconut.
Do you really wear a size 8?
It's like a 7 5/8, but I'd rather have it too big than too small.
I like it when it kind of presses your ears down. When you get a little oversized, then your ears both flap down.
Exactly.
I like that look.
Yeah.
Well, there's only one guy I knew
Strike 3.
that had a size 8.
Boach?
Bruce Boach.
Boach is an 8 1/4.
Yeah, no, he's more than an 8.
Yeah.
Didn't you go to the management one year and say, I don't want a new contract, just fill Bochy's helmet with as much gold coin as you can find. I'll call it even.
Hey, I think Tony was there. True story. Boach hit a walk-off home run,
yes.
right?
Yeah.
So the celebration, everything, go back in the dugout.
Greg Nettles.
Greg Nettles took his helmet, put a 6-pack of beer on ice in his helmet. Out of his locker.
Put it in his locker.
Yes,
6? 6-pack.
Cabrera batting left-handed for the first time as a righty, 2 for 3. And it was his single to lead off the 4th inning when the Padres were down 3-0 that led to 5 and the San Diego lead, which they now enjoy at 6-3. 2 outs, no one on. High strike. Yeah, that'd be a good promotion for the Giants to have Bruce Bochy flower pot night. Likeness of his helmet. Oh, he goes around 1-2. Well, we'll see Boch and the Giants, who are 2-bat, but without Pablo Sandoval for the upcoming 3-game series. Sandoval on the injured list, as is another star on another West team, Troy Tulowitzki, Colorado. mild fracture of a rib diving for a ball.
Tulo just can't seem to stay healthy.
Yeah.
He's, a huge cog in their lineup, but
in the dirt, 2-2.
Well, let's check out the cranium comparison here. Oh, there's Bruce Bochy on the left there, Mark, who put the six-pack of beer in my helmet.
Watch out, those Poway folks are going to get after you. Outside, and 3-2 to Cabrera.
if Bochy was here, he would say, I still got 2 championship rings.
That's right. Yeah, he would.
Good man, Bruce.
Yes, he is.
Padres go after the game tomorrow up to the City by the Bay, and 3 Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Hey, good bat control by the Cabrera there. Choking up. 2 strikes. Trying to play a little pepper where that ball is pitched.
Doesn't he just look calm? He looks calmer now.
Yes.
He just, like he believes in himself.
Yes,
he just
exactly.
Really trusts himself in the strike zone now. And that's, again, it's, maturity, it's experience, all those things are coming into play. He just looks like a different player to me.
Ball 4, so he's on base for the 3rd straight time. First base runner against Charles Brewer.
And another 2-out action, right? Walk.
And with a right-hander out there, we might see a steal attempt, Mark.
Hey, come cheer on your Padres Saturday, June 22nd. They're going to face off against the rival Los Angeles Dodgers. First pitch is 4:15, June 22nd. And the first 25,000 fans can show their support with a Padres rally towel presented by TaylorMade. Still waiting for those clubs, by the way. Get your tickets today at Padres.com.
Club.
Or get on the horn and call 619-795-5555, yo.
Yeah, just 3 games in San Francisco and then right back home for the Padres. 4 with the Dodgers and then 3 against the Philadelphia Phils. Cabrera figures to try to steal here. Perfect situation,
Yep.
2 outs. Rookie right-hander on the mound. And it might just see a pitch out on this first delivery. Denorfio, 3rd deck foul.
He had a nice elevated pitch.
I was going to say, give
drive.
Denorfio credit, too. He
Yeah.
knows that Cabrera probably going to go and knows he's probably going to get a fastball, and he got one elevated, took a shot.
Kyle Blanks getting a little love from his manager. Homered last time up. High strike, 0-2. Might have just clipped the top of the strike zone. At least in the eyes of Tishner it did. We got a pedestrian umpire down behind home plate that's trying to help out Todd Tishner.
Their job is so tough.
Yeah, it is.
Low and away. So Cabrera not offering a steal as yet.
You could take a shot. You get thrown out. Denorfio get another at bat.
There he goes. Ball, throw to second. Not in time. 31 steals for Cabrera.
It just seemed like a good time right there. 3-2-2. Go ahead, take a shot.
And it wasn't the greatest jump either.
Yeah, it wasn't the greatest jump, but Pennington thinks that he's got him. But
We'll see. Left hand gets in just before the tag. Close.
Yeah.
Actually, it was a one-hop throw, but right on the bag by Montero.
get yourself in scoring position and give Chris DeNorfia a chance to drive you in.
Yeah, a couple of things here. First base open, so if you throw off speed, probably down and away like a slider or something. Fastball down and away. So this is a good opportunity. I mean, when you look at Goldschmidt, he is way off the bag at first. Something for DeNorfia to punch down that right field line. If he tends to go that way. Oh, he's going to come inside there.
Struck him out.
Missed.
Couple of strikeouts for young Brewer. And we go to the 8th inning with the Padres in front, 6-3. A taste of the action after 7 innings at Petco. Beautiful night. Fireworks to follow. And the Padres have provided some pyrotechnics of their own with home runs, a solo shot by Kyle Blanks, and a 3-run, 442-foot home run by Yasmani Grandal. Dale Thayer in for the 8th inning. Thayer to work to Gregorius, Goldschmidt, and Montero. A late call strike on the first pitch from Thayer, who's been very solid throughout this year, making his 32nd call.
And everybody is fresh out of that bullpen. You know, you had the off day, you had the complete game. My goodness, how about the timing there? Off day Thursday, complete game by Eric Stoltz, and Will Venable will patrol center field.
DeNorfia moves over to right. Blanks goes to left field. And Forsythe moves from left field to second base. So the outfield is Blanks in left, Venable in center, DeNorfia in right, the infield Headley, Cabrera, Forsythe now at second, Guzman at first. 1-2. Line drive, base hit, right field. Gregorius with a single to greet Thayer. Only the 4th hit for the D-backs. They got just 2 last night. Paul Goldschmidt walked and scored in the first, came in on Montero's home run. Has grounded out twice since. He's the big power guy for Arizona. Might surprise you fans when you think about team home runs. Arizona, San Diego. I think most people would say probably the D-backs have the edge there with Chase Field and all. Not so. With the 1 home run tonight, Arizona has 56. Padres have 9 more. 65 homers with the 2 tonight for San Diego.
I would have lost that bet.
Oh, yeah, easily.
1-1 to Goldschmidt.
And that's awesome.
The 2 strike stat that we saw earlier,
yes.
too. I wouldn't have thought that the Padres would be that high either.
Right field, hit pretty well. Denorfia to the wall again. They're going to have to wash all kinds of paint and color off his uniform. He's been going steady with the wall. Early in the game, a couple of catches deep.
That's a nice play right there by Denorfia, because Goldschmidt hit this ball right on the button. Denorfia knew exactly where he was. He's on the warning track. Able to make the play.
Yeah, Tony, we haven't talked to you about the change in the alignment in right field. Now, that ball would have been, 10, 12 feet closer to home plate, or farther closer to home plate, with the old stands. And Bud Black in his pregame conference talking about the new alignment this year. There have been a few more home runs, especially into the jack deck there.
Yep.
But he still said with a definite voice, he thinks it's still a pitcher's ballpark.
I do too. I agree. I think it's a pitcher's ballpark. And this part, to straightaway left and straightaway right, completely different. Left field, right-hand hitters, home and road, would come in and could hit a ball straightaway left. And I kind of like it is right now. You still got to go some to go in the gaps.
I like it as well.
Stay same distance to center. But now, hitters feel like they got a chance, like Goldschmidt right there. He felt like he had a chance driving this ball to right field. Where before, you felt like you had no chance.
1-1 to Montero. His home run in the first inning, with Goldschmidt on with a walk, gave the D-backs the early 2-0 lead. They scored another in the fourth. Leadoff walk came around to score eventually on a ground out. 3-0. And then the bottom of the fourth, the Padres struck for 5. 3 of those on Yasmani Grandal's home run, his first of the season. Kyle Blanks has added a solo for the 6-3 score. 2-2.
Grandal asking for that ball in Montero's hands. Left it out over the plate.
Did you see Montero's reaction? He missed that one. He wants that one back.
Montero's a catcher, so you can sense as a hitter when that catcher's sitting up right up underneath your hands. You can kind of sense that. That ball was out over the plate.
This one set up on the inside corner and does not get the call.
Good pitch. Pitcher's pitch. It's exactly where he wanted it. Down and in, right on the corner.
But the trajectory took the glove down. Might have influenced Titchener. Sharply hit and into left field. So the tying run's going to come to the plate here in the top of the 8th inning. A couple of singles, Gregorius and Montero. That brings up Cody Ross.
Nice bit of hitting there by Montero. Try to pull it, went right with it to left field for base hit.
That brings Darren Bowlesley to the mound. To make sure they're together on how they want to pitch Cody Ross. 2 on, 1 out, 6-3. So the tying run, Cody Ross enters the batter's box for the D-backs.
Sometimes Darren Ballsy, the pitching coach for the Padres, goes out there and just has some words of encouragement for his pitcher as Luke Gregerson heats up quickly. Sometimes it's like, hey, let's try to start this guy off with a slider down and away. Hey, how about a good located fastball first pitch?
Cool hand Luke seriously getting ready. Fouled at the plate. Houston Street, of course, is available. He has not pitched since coming back from injured reserve. That leg injury. If Gregerson is needed here, Houston would be on the mark for the 9th inning. Good block by Grandal.
Well, with the way the infield is playing, you can always put on a pickoff play at second base. Forsythe playing over towards the second base bag.
And the count runs to 1-2 on Ross.
Ross, you just got to be careful with this guy because he's got power. And he can hit the ball out of the ballpark.
Slider speed bat. What do you think?
I've seen him hit some fastballs last year, so I wouldn't say that. I would just say, he's
because he turned on that last fastball.
He's a guy that'll pick a pitch, pick a spot, pick a zone.
Ooh, you got something you could handle there.
They are trying to go up in the zone right there.
You saw David Hernandez, the hard-throwing right-hander, getting ready in the Arizona bullpen. 2 on, 1 out. Top of the 8th. Strike 3 called. Hit the outside corner. 2 away.
This is a perfectly placed two-seam fastball. Comes back a little bit. And that's just not 89, 90. That's got some hair on it for the called third. That's the beard ball. It's got some hair on it.
That little movement back over the plate, because when he let it go, it looked like it was going to go, off the plate.
Kubel 1 for 2, a walk and a single.
Because, when I look at Dale Thayer's mechanics, if you just look at his mechanics, you would say to yourself, this guy doesn't have good control. Right? He just seems to be like a thrower.
Yeah.
But he has the good arm, plus the location to go along with it.
One and one.
When you look at the mechanics of Dale Thayer, it's kind of herky-jerky a little bit. Watch him onto the glove. Kind of spikes the ball a little bit. Steps and throws. And kind of, kind of on the violent side.
93. And he jumps ahead 1-2 on the count.
But boy, he can hit his spots with the best of them.
You can hear the cry from the dugout. How can he take that pitch?
That's where Grandal wanted it.
2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 on, 2 out here in the 8th. Thayer trying to slam the door on a possible D-back comeback. That one's on the inside corner, strike 3. So Thayer in trouble with 2 singles, but fans Ross and Kubel to end the 8th inning, and the Padres stay in front by 3. Sports San Diego presents Padres Baseball, brought to you by Petco, where the healthy pets go. And by Mossy Toyota. Mossy's summer prices get lower, so check out Mossy.com. With Tony Gwynn and Mark Grant, Kelly Kroll, Dick Enberg here at beautiful Petco Park. Hope to see you tomorrow. Final game of the 6-game homestand, Clayton Richard against Ian Kennedy. And tonight the Padres trying to make it 5 straight against division leaders, 3 in a row from Atlanta, trying to make it 2 straight against Arizona atop the National League West. Charles Brewer goes to work for his 2nd inning in the last of the 8th with Headley, Blanks, and Forsythe scheduled for San Diego. Padres continuing to play great ball at home. 19-7 here at Petco, the last 26. Headley, an RBI single in the 4th. He's flied out and struck out. Out of play.
The back changeup. Definitely something they're seeing with Chase, because Miley threw the changeup quite a bit.
Yep.
Now Brewer comes out of the bullpen. He's throwing the changeup quite a bit.
Ground ball. He had to shift on, and that was the 3rd baseman, Prado, playing in the shortstop spot to throw out Headley. And time for our Carl's Jr. star of the game. And tonight, the big blow, Yasmani Grandal's first home run of the 2013 season. A long one, 442 feet. And 3 runs for the Padres as they came from 3-0 down to take a 5-3 lead. See if that gets Yasmani going. Kyle Blanks with a laser liner into the lower left field deck, down the line in left field for a home run, his 7th of the season, adding on to the 5 runs scored by the Padres in the 4th.
This is the last time we've seen number 77 throw to number 88.
And that's a broken bat, single into right center field. 2 hits for Kyle Blanks.
Fought that one off.
Yeah, just a nice job of fighting that off.
Wouldn't hurt to pick up an insurance tally here in the 8th inning as Logan Forsythe will be up.
And that ball in on his hands, broke his bat, but of course Kyle's strong enough to get it out to the outfield.
Forsythe 0 for 2, a sacrifice fly to drive in his 6th run in 5 games since being activated to replace Jed Churko.
Hey, I'd like to welcome the King.
Blanks, much like the commentary regarding Paul Goldschmidt, a big guy, power guy, but can run. Brewer homebred right there in Phoenix, and then get to play with the hometown D-backs. Went to Chaparral High School in Scottsdale, where he was 33-0 in his 4 high school years.
Wow. Huh.
In the dirt, good block again, Montero. Blanks decides not to run.
You go 33-0. Is he a first round pick?
No, he was a 12th round pick by the D-backs in 2009. Street getting ready. Well, tomorrow, 12:30, our TV time here on Fox Sports San Diego. Ian Kennedy, 3-4 against Clayton Richard, 1-5. Kennedy, former USC All-America, against the former Michigan star, Clayton Richard. His one win coming as a relief pitcher. Had a good outing last time. That one sails into the third tier. Kennedy, Major League Baseball suspending him for 10 days, but he's appealed, so that's why he will be able to take the mound tomorrow. He's had good success against the Padres. That one slicing into the crowd down the right field side. He's 7-2, Kennedy, against San Diego. 3-1 here at Petco.
Again, this Diamondback team is the first place team, so you're going to have to serve those 10 games. You don't want one of your better guys missing 2 starts.
Yeah.
So by appealing it, you can kind of set it up to where he's going to miss 1.
Swing and a miss. Forsythe, the third strikeout victim of Charles Brewer. Brings up Jesus Guzman, a single and 3 at-bats. Looking ahead to the top of the 9th, the D-backs have the bottom third scheduled: Prado, Pennington, and the pitcher's spot. Well, this day in history, June 15th. As you saw in the pregame show, Johnny Vandermeer pitched his second consecutive no-hitter. Never been done before or since. Major League Baseball, consecutive no-hitters.
That's a remarkable feat.
I can't even imagine.
And there was more to the story, as they say. He beat the Dodgers for the second consecutive no-hitter in Ebbets Field. That was the first ever night game played in baseball. That might have helped things along.
I would say the first night game, the candles aren't too good back then, huh?
And you think about how many Major League pitchers there have been in this great game, over 8,000, and only one time as a pitcher thrown back-to-back no-hitters.
You know what I would like to find out in that game? And it'd probably be easy. What the other pitcher did that night.
Well, the final was 6-0.
Okay, so the other guy got knocked around a little bit, huh?
Well, reading an article about that night, Babe Ruth was there, and Jesse Owens, of course, the hero in the 36 Olympic Games, also was there. They had to turn away some 10,000 fans. It was such a happening, not only because he had pitched the no-hitter the game before, but the first ever night game at Ebbets Field. 0-2 the count to Guzman. The game started at 9:30 at night because of the rush for tickets. And Vandermeer, the Dutch master, because his parents were born in Holland. Double no-nos. 2 no-hitters in a week. How about that? For wonder if he got star of the week. And in that game, in the 9th inning, he walked 3 batters. What great names. Babe Phelps, Cookie Lavagetto, and Dolph Camilli. With 1 out and got out of it.
Huh? It's 6-0.
Over but low, 1-2.
I would have loved to have seen some of those games just so you could compare. I asked Ted Williams about that. He said guys were good, but you saw starters per 9 innings. You've got to face them 4 times.
Got a piece of it. Stays alive, 1-2. But Ted, you've talked to him, and I did too. And you always ask Ted Williams who was the toughest guy to hit. And there usually were 2 or 3, but Bob Feller's name always came up.
Yep.
And he threw 100 miles an hour.
Well, he asked me that same question, and I said Randy Johnson, and he said, I'd like to hit against that guy.
Pop fly back of second into shallow right, and in comes right fielder Ross to make the play. We go to the ninth here at Petco with the Padres trying to secure their 5th in a row. In front on Montero's 2-run homer in the first inning off Jason Marquis, and they added a run in the 4th inning, 3-0, and then the Padres came back. Headley drives in a run, gets Cabrera in, 3-1, and then later that inning, Yasmani Grandal, a big blast to deep left center, 442 feet, and then Kyle Blanks golfed a line drive, tee shot, and right on the green for his 7th home run of the season. And that's where we stand, 6-3 going into the top of the 9th inning. And Houston Street has come in from the bullpen. It's a save situation. Street's first opportunity in some 3 weeks since coming off the DL.
Well, some breathing room for Houston Street. There's a calf muscle of his. Rehab assignment, feeling good. As you mentioned last half inning, Dick, the bottom of the order for the Diamondbacks, 7, 8, 9 due up. Alexei Amarista goes into center field.
Denorfia has been worked back and forth, yo-yoed from left to right to center. Well, anyway, Blanks is at first base now defensively. Venable goes in to right field with Denorfia, who started in center, then went to right. Now he's in left field. And Amarista in center field. First pitch, strike. Prado out on a good play made by Denorfia when he was in center field at the start of the game. He walked in the 4th and grounded to short in the 7th. Pops him up. Is there room there in foul territory? Yes. Blanks. One away. The Padre infield, Headley, Cabrera on the left side, Forsythe and Blanks at second and first, with Denorfia in left, Amarista in center, Venable in right field. Cliff Pennington, he chased Blanks when he was in right field right to the wall to make a catch in the 2nd. RBI ground out in the 4th and struck out his last time. Slaps that one foul. 29,756 here at Petco tonight. Raises the season numbers to 880,000 and change. So they'll go over the 900,000 mark tomorrow. Hope you'll be one of them on Military Sunday.
You better come on out. This team's starting to heat up.
A ball and a strike to Pennington. lot on the plate for Street here. 2 outs away from giving the Padres a win that'll take them to 500. A long way from that 5-15 start. And to move them within 3 games of the leading Arizona Diamondbacks in the West. 1-2.
Kind of worked under that changeup just a little bit. We're talking to Houston Street in spring training. Repetition, like anything, right, Tony? I mean, you're talking about your swing. This is about the same release point. It's all about location from Houston Street.
Line to Cabrera, and then it comes out of his glove. It's snow-coned and then dripped out to the infield dirt. Base hit for Pennington. And that'll bring up Willie Bloomquist as the pinch hitter for Charles Brewer, the pitcher.
You got to give Pennington credit for continuing to run because line drive, sometimes you don't really get out of the box, but he ran all the way.
And hitters, once that ball hits the glove, they'll give up, they'll pull up. The line drive was caught.
I can't believe he's going to catch that.
So here's Bloomquist, who has been on a tear of late, hitting .429 in the last dozen games.
Pulled up a little bit.
He did pull up a little bit, but he didn't stop.
Out of play. It is ruled a base hit. At least on the scoreboard, they've credited with a hit. And now there's some confusion. Squawk box saying that maybe it was an error. Official score is ruminating over just how to call out there. 1-1. Fouled into the glove. 1-2.
Have a hard time. If I'm pitching, don't you think that ball should have been caught?
If I'm a shortstop, I'm taking the air.
I would too.
You know what? I'll sacrifice an error for my pitcher.
I would too. I'm just thinking the same thing. I know he feels like he should have caught it.
All the way through the wickets of Yasmani Grandal, and that might be a pass ball. Certainly was blockable. Got through him somehow. He's upset with himself. But the run out there at second can't hurt you. The man on deck can. So apparently it is a hit. Pennington moves up on the wild pitch. It's the ball, once it hits the ground, even though it seems like an easy play for the catcher, then it's by the scorebook rules, it's a wild pitch. 2-2. 1 out here in the top of the ninth. Hit well to center. Amarista gets back in time. 2 outs, tagging and moving to third, Pennington. 1 out away from a big win for the Padres. And that brings up Gerardo Parra, who's 0 for 4, so he gets another chance to extend his 9-game hitting streak. Two home runs off Houston Street of his 3 hits. One of them this year.
That's why that Bloomquist out was important. Keep the tying run in the on-deck circle, hopefully.
In the dirt, ball 1. Jason Marquis was the starter, went 6 2/3, allowed 3 runs on 3 hits, 3 strikeouts, walked 4, and 2 of the 4 walks became runs. Thatcher a third of the inning with a strikeout. Thayer worked a 2-hit scoreless 8th inning. And now Houston Street trying to get the final out. Two and 0. Didi Gregorius 1 for 4 on deck. Ripped to right into the corner. Fair ball. That'll get the run home. On his way to second is Parra. He does extend his hitting streak 10 in a row, and it's now 6-4, and the tying run comes to the plate. RBI double Parra, who continues to hit Houston Street. His 23rd RBI.
You see on location there, the pitch was elevated. Yasmani Grandal was set up away.
Parra sitting on a fastball.
Yep.
He's not going to let that one get by.
7 hits aside. Padres 6-4. Tying run at the plate. Gregorius.
Really got to give Gregorius left field here. I mean, even if you elevate a ball up and away, a nice fly ball to left field.
High fly ball to center. Amarista waiting for it to come down. The Padres have won 5 in a row. 6-4. 5 straight, 3-game sweep of Arizona, or 2 of Arizona after sweeping Atlanta 3 in a row. The Padres with a couple of home runs. Montero hit a home run for Arizona, so the 3 home runs hit tonight. $37,500 raised for prostate cancer research. To make a donation, you can go online to homerunchallenge.org. Street with a save, Marquis with a win, and the Padres fans go home happy with a 6-4 win. Padres Live coming up. Here's Mike Pomerantz.
So the Padres take the series when we see you in the postgame show. We'll talk